Okay, let's jump right into this. Welcome to today's explainer, where we are going to completely demystify the Potsy Racing Form Analyst AI. Look, if you've ever stared at the UK or Irish horse racing card and just felt totally overwhelmed by the sheer volume of data out there, we're talking form, speed ratings, pace maps, draw bias, the going, trainer and jockey statistics, market movements. Trust me, you are not alone. It's a lot. But today, we are doing a comprehensive walkthrough of a truly fascinating AI agent that was built specifically to cut through all of that noise. We're going to look at its complete workflow, from how it evaluates every runner to find the most likely winner and strongest each-way selection, all the way to its incredibly disciplined betting recommendations.
So ask yourself this. What if you could eliminate emotion from every single bet you place? I mean, think about it. It's the fundamental flaw of almost every human bettor out there, right? We get desperate after a losing streak, we fall victim to the favorite bias, or we honestly just back a horse because it shares a name with our childhood dog. It happens. But this AI agent was designed from the ground up to strip absolutely all of that away.
Here's our roadmap for today. 1. Beyond backing the favorite. 2. Inside the analytical engine. 3. Finding genuine value bets. 4. Building the lucky 15. 5. Protecting your bankroll. And 6. The continuous improvement loop.
Okay, Section 1. Beyond backing the favorite.
This comparison perfectly illustrates the divide between human error and machine discipline. Emotional betting is your classic punter, right? Chasing losses, blindly backing short-priced favorites just for a sure thing, and suffering massively from outcome bias, meaning judging a decision purely on whether a bet won or lost. Evidence-led betting, on the other hand, judges decisions by the quality of the analysis. A losing bet can actually still be a brilliant decision if the price represented true value, and a winning bet can be a terrible decision if you ignored all the evidence to get there. For the AI, the ultimate measure of success is long-term return on investment, not short-term thrills.
Moving on to Section 2. Inside the analytical engine.
The AI essentially works like a detective building a case following a strict daily race analysis workflow, and it never, ever skips a step before considering a bet. First, it confirms the conditions: the class, the distance, draw bias, and the official going. Second, it systematically assesses every single contender, looking really closely at course and distance records, handicap marks, trainer intelligence, and speed figures. Third, it builds a pace map to predict the shape of the race. And fourth, the most crucial step, it checks for value, comparing the available odds against its own calculated chance of success.
Now, there is a core mantra programmed directly into the AI. Never assess pace in isolation. You see, a horse could literally have the best speed figures in the race and the lowest handicap mark, but if the race shape doesn't suit its running style, it is completely vulnerable. A fast early pace might absolutely destroy a horse that likes to lead while setting things up perfectly for a hold-up horse with a strong finishing kick.
To really see how pace and course interact, let's look at how the AI analyzes a specific track, like Newton Abbot. The AI knows Newton Abbot is a sharp right-handed circuit. Because of this, it actively looks to reward horses with tactical speed and good positioning. Conversely, it heavily penalizes slow, hold-up horses who will inevitably struggle to make up ground on that kind of speed-favoring circuit. It synthesizes the pace map with the actual dirt, grass, and layout of the course.
Let's dive into Section 3, Finding Genuine Value Bets.
So the foundation of this whole operation is the definition of value betting. The AI is constantly hunting for opportunities where the available odds are bigger than a horse's realistic chance of success. Think about it this way. If a horse has a 50% chance of winning, but the bookmaker is offering odds that imply a 75% chance, that's a terrible bet, even if the horse ends up winning. The AI completely ignores popularity. It will happily recommend a massive outsider if the math says the market has underestimated it.
And this principle applies so heavily to handicap races. As the AI notes, a lower handicap mark does not automatically make a horse well treated. The AI doesn't just lazily look for a falling rating. It looks for hidden form. Did the horse suffer trouble in running last time out? Was it running on unsuitable ground? Was the distance wrong? The AI is looking for horses that are about to improve because today's conditions finally match their ideal profile.
Before the AI ever pulls the trigger on recommending a value bet, the horse must clear this incredibly strict checklist. The recent form has to support the chance. The conditions, specifically the going and the distance, must suit the horse. The pace scenario has to be favorable. The connections, so the trainer and jockey, should ideally be in current form. And most importantly, after tracking late market movements, those current odds must still represent true, genuine value.
Section 4. Building the Lucky 15.
For those who don't know, a lucky 15 is a higher-risk multiple consisting of 15 bets across 4 horses. The AI doesn't just grab 4 random horses to build this. Its ideal value lucky 15 is highly calculated. It selects one strong favorite, where there's still a tiny bit of value, one solid handicap selection, one genuine value horse that serves as your strongest each-way selection, and one progressive runner with a rapidly improving profile. That is 4 completely independent, evidence-based cases forming one strong bet. The golden rule here is explicitly stated in the AI's programming. Avoid simply selecting 4 favorites. The AI maintains absolute price discipline. It highly prefers its lucky 15 selections to sit in the 2-to-1 to 10-to-1 range. It knows that forcing a lucky 15 out of 4 highly unpredictable races or 4 deeply unvaluable short-priced favorites is a mathematically guaranteed way to lose your money long-term.
Section 5. Protecting your bankroll. This is the shield of the whole operation.
The AI operates on a strict 1 to 10 confidence scale, and this number dictates exact staking sizes, removing all of the guesswork from your budget allocation. A 10 out of 10 is an absolutely outstanding bet and gets a full planned stake. An 8 or 9 gets a standard stake. But if the AI scores a race a 5 or below, it recommends either a tiny token stake or, far more often, just walking away entirely. It forces you to allocate your budget to the highest quality evidence, not just the most exciting race on TV.
And the AI applies these non-negotiable limits: maximum daily spend, maximum weekly spend, and a hard stop on maximum loss. Once that loss limit is hit, the session is over, period. No chasing losses, no emotional escalation of stakes. And it strictly mandates keeping a betting bankroll entirely separate from your living expenses. You see, good staking cannot guarantee profit, but a lack of disciplined bankroll management absolutely guarantees failure.
Section 6. The continuous improvement loop. This system isn't static. It evolves. Every single bet is recorded in a betting diary, win or lose, as soon as it settles. We are tracking facts, not emotions. Over the course of a month, the AI tracks variance, absorbs the data, identifies what is actually working, and then adjusts the strategy for the following month. It doesn't radically change its approach just because of one bad Tuesday. It changes based on a statistical sample size of hard evidence. The key performance indicators the AI tracks are incredibly thorough. Strike rate is good to know, sure, but return on investment is the holy grail. It even breaks down performance by course, because maybe you're incredibly profitable at Cheltenham, but you just bleed money at Kempton. It tracks odds bands to expose where you might be taking bad value. Ultimately, it judges the decisions by their analytical quality, turning raw records into genuinely actionable intelligence. So, we've walked through the entire framework today, from assessing course conditions and pace to demanding genuine value, structuring multiples with care, and violently protecting the bankroll. The Potsy Racing AI isn't some sort of crystal ball magic. It is simply ruthless, subjective discipline. It leaves us with one final thought to ponder. Are you ready to let the evidence, and only the evidence, make your next decision? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I truly hope this changes the way you look at the race card.